Hi everyone, I am Donna Reid and this is Donna Reid Talks Voice and we are having another lesson with Alex. Hi Alex.
Hello.
And we're just going to keep seeing what happens week after week. And how have you been this week in terms of your voice? Were you singing in the choir this week?
Yeah. I've sing in choir and I've sing at home. Yeah, I've now I continue my home lessons, and I've started to repeat two songs. What I really love, it's Green Sleeves and Misty Mountains from Lord of the Rings. Whoa! And with your lessons, it became much better because I've tried to sing with all vibrations. What we learned, but I have one little problem. My voice sometimes. mm, I I think sometimes I do that more intensively than it's really uh, needed.
Okay. And
you
so,
you know
so do
yeah,
you feel
it
that,
sounds like like this, and
okay,
I
so
guess
then you feel
it's
you
wrong
push
thing.
it, you feel you push it a little too hard?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I guess it's a wrong thing.
Maybe not. But let's hear what's going on. Let me hear that because sometimes you may think you're doing something a little bit too much, but maybe it's not. The most important thing that you can pay attention to is, does it feel like it's constricted
Hmm.
and tight or not? So even if the sound may be a little weird, if it doesn't feel tight in the throat, then there might be something good about it. It may not be perfect, but there may be something good about it. But if you're hearing a weird sound and it feels tight in the throat, well, then obviously that's not what you want. So, but
Hmm.
let's see what's going on. So do the exhale and the inhale, and again, get the air flowing. And as I always say, everybody who's watching along, just breathe in and breathe out. Feel that rib cage moving. You can move around. Feel that air going in, feel the air going out. Exactly, exactly. Because we always want that freer rib cage. It's most people when they sing, even if they've never been taught any kind of breath support, that rib cage gets tight and we just want to loosen it up. I mean, obviously your body has to do something, but that tightness is not what you need to do. Great. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, good. All right, so we're going to start down here low, and you're going to do with a G and an oo three times goo goo goo.
Go go go.
That's it. Just kind of get it going and don't even worry about it.
Go.
And it's easy peasy. You're doing literally nothing. This low, you barely need to breathe. You don't hardly have to do anything.
Go.
Good. You just kind of, this is the only time in a person's voice where you can quote unquote relax. You just relax into it.
Yeah. Go.
Great. Now what we're going to do is the same thing, but then we're going to go up with it. Now what you have to do with this is you just have to think as you're going higher up, just a tad more energy. Not a lot, but every half step, and we're not going to go high, high, but every half step, you just kind of gauge your energy, just kind of see how much energy you need. We're going to start with the same one we just did, so you do nothing, nothing, nothing.
Go.
Good. Now compare this one.
Go.
Exactly.
Go.
Yeah. Now, right around here, maybe a tiny more energy. It's not even more air, it's just a little bit more rhythmic energy.
Go.
Yeah, brilliant. Especially for the top note. There's just a little dot, 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 just a little tiny energy.
Go.
Great. One more, maybe two more.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, and one more.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, and what I really like is again the last note, those vibrations coming through. All right, step two. Um, we're going to start lower again. Let's do it this way. Don't want to start low, low. No, we'll start here. So, goo, 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 go, 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 ga, 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 ga.
Go, 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 ga, 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 ga.
Yeah, and you notice how in the ah, there's a little bit more chest voice coming through. Now,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
the reason I started with the ooh is because I wanted last time we started low. I think we started with the falsetto, then I went low right away. But I'm remembering how good last time we worked, how good the low part of your voice was. So I said, all right, if we're going to warm up with the low part of your voice, we don't want to start right away with an ah because that'll be too much chest voice. And you always want to warm up to thin the vocal cords to get them stretched a little bit. So we want to warm up with an ooh for the most part, not always with everybody, but under these circumstances, that's what we wanted to do. So I said, okay, well, we'll do that with the ooh. Now that you did that and you're kind of a little warmed up, I go from the ooh to the o to the ah. And then when the chest voice comes in with the ah, then it's a little bit more of an efficient chest voice. I really like the way that sounded. So let's go a little lower with exactly the same thing. Go, 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 ga, 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 ga.
Go, 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 ga, 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 ga.
Yeah,
Go, 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 ga, 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 ga. Go, 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 ga, 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 ga.
now what we're going to do that's great is you're just going to do the ga, 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 but only do it one time. So ga, 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 just the one time. And again, you gauge your energy, you hear the sound, you see what's going on.
Ga, 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 ga.
Great.
Ga, 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 ga.
Yeah,
Ga, 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 ga.
great.
Ga, 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 ga. Ga, 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 ga.
Now, right around here, maybe a tad more energy.
Ga, 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 ga.
Exactly.
Ga, 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 ga.
Yeah.
Ga, 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 ga.
Now, I was almost going to stop on this one, but I'm stopping on this one. I'll tell you what's happening. Now, I like the energy to the top. That's great. But when you come back down, there's too much energy. So there's a little bit of a push. So going up is great. And then once you do have that energy for the top, you have to back off on the very last note.
Ga, 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 ga.
Yes, 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 yes.
Ga, 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 ga. Ga, 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 ga.
Now with that one, don't back off too much on the bottom one.
Yeah. Yeah. Ga, 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 ga. Ga, 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 ga.
There's still, I'm going to back up. There's still something I don't like about the last note. I don't think it's the energy. I think there might be a little bit of a push somewhere. So I'm going to go back to this one. Do exactly what you're doing, but do the moving around thing.
Okay. Ga, 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 ga.
That's better. Do you notice the difference?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
much
yeah, yeah, yeah.
easier.
Yeah. So again, with a lot of people, it's the end of the phrase. Even if you back off, which you did with the volume, you didn't push it with the volume with the other ones, but there's something in the body that does a little push. Now you felt like you had enough air, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You weren't running out of breath, but it's still the habit of you get to the end of the phrase and there's a little that happens with the body, a little push push. So let's keep going higher with it and you just keep moving.
Ga, 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 ga.
Yeah, see that last note's great.
Ga, 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 ga.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ga ga ga.
Excellent.
Ga 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 ga.
Great. Now, let me ask you this. That vibrato that you have at the last note, is that the vibrato that you were getting, that you mentioned earlier, that you thought it was too much or not?
I don't know. It sounds more naturally than on my repetitions with choir.
Okay, okay. So then maybe what you were doing before, because when you said you heard it was a little too much, maybe there was a little bit of constriction, maybe there was a little bit of a push before during the week when you were doing that. This one is not. This one's very free. This one's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. I'll tell you what. It was there. Let's do it like this. No, we're going to do it like this. Yes. Okay. You're going to do it. This is the pattern. Ga, 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 ga. Then you're going to sustain and you're going to hold the top note and stop there and don't come back down.
Ah, okay.
So ga, 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 ga. And then sustain that one and then stop.
Ga 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 ga.
Yeah. Because I wanted to hear that vibrato coming in on the top note.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now for this one, watch your in-breath for this exercise because we're going to go a little higher with it. Again, we're not going to go high, high, but we're going to go a little higher with it. And you will need more air. Keep moving and just be aware of taking a little bit more air.
Ga ga ga. Ah, excuse me.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, it happened again. Let's
That's
do
all
it.
right. Yeah, and again, I'll tell you why. I always say this to my students. When the muscles get freer and when they start going somewhere else, the whole ear-brain muscle coordination goes off. It just goes off because it's freer and it feels different and it sounds different and you don't know where you're at. It's like, where am I? Where am
Yeah,
I?
yeah.
So don't, this happens all the time with my students. So don't worry about it. Just hear it again and, oh, where were we? I think we were there. Okay.
Ga 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 ga.
And you're gonna
Yeah,
stop on
yeah.
you're gonna do ga 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 and stop on that one.
Okay, okay, okay. Ga 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 ga.
Yeah, because you want to notice that vibrato and see what happens with this. Now, as we go higher, each one might be a little different. It may or may not vibrate. Just see what happens, okay?
Ga 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 ga.
No, that's it. That's it. That's it.
Ga 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 ga.
That's the idea. So what happens, and I'll tell you another reason for the confusion is when you finish with this note, and then I go up the half step, the next note, the first note of the next exercise is in a totally different place. It's a totally different thing. But our brains and our ears and our bodies remember the last note. So what's happening is that you finish with this, and then everything in the body remembers that, and then you go for that feeling, that sensation, that idea. Unconsciously, it's not like you're consciously doing it, but you really have to shift. You have to shift and say, oh, okay, now the first note is in a totally different place. So do that again, and then I'll show you when we go to the next one, but the same idea. So this one's in a very different place from the top one.
Ga 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 ga.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Now, for the next one. Already pre-think that this first note is somewhere very different from what you just did.
Ga 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 ga.
That is fabulous.
Wow.
Really good. Now, the same thing here. We're going to go a little higher with it. Change mindsets. The bottom note is in a totally different place than the top note you just sang.
Ga 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 ga.
And you hear how good that sounds?
Yeah, yeah, it's not bad.
It's
I
more than
guess.
not bad. Excellent. Let's go a little higher with it and see what happens. Again, remember this first note now is very different.
Ga 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 ga.
Yeah, starting to go somewhere else, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, starting to do something else. Now, this next one, again, the first note is in a totally different place than what you just did. And the top note is also going to be weird and different, or not. Usually it'll be weird and different. I know you don't know what note you're at, but that's okay. Do it again and just let's see where it wants to go.
Ga 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 ga.
Yeah, what did you think of that top note?
I don't know. I guess it was really high for me, and it wasn't so constricted like it always happening.
And that on the top is an F.
Oh wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow, wow. Oh,
I'm guessing you didn't think it was that high, right?
yeah, I've seen this note, but it was always constricted and not so loud. I always afraid of this note, but now, wow, it's magic.
Well,
Whoa.
again, and I've explained this before, but I'll explain it again. If you set up the conditions that help the mechanism, the vocal mechanism, do something efficiently, then it'll do it efficiently. And you have to find the right conditions for each person. Now, you sang that F, which was glorious, it was beautiful. But depending on the piece of music, it may not be so easy in a piece of music because it starts lower, it's a different vowel, there's all these phrases before it, there's all kinds of different circumstances that make that F very, very different depending on how you're singing it. But right now we got it that way, very efficient, vibrato, really nice. Now I'll tell you what I want to do. You said, didn't you say that during the week that you were singing Greensleeves?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, can I hear a little bit of that? Sing a little bit of that, and let's see if we can get
Oh,
these sounds into that into a piece of music. So just sing a little bit of it. Choose whatever key you want, however you want to sing it, and let's hear what happens.
yeah, sorry. I need to repeat and to find it on YouTube because I've seen with Peter Holland's this version.
Okay,
Because I don't remember the tonality. Um,
okay.
it's pretty high. Mm, так.
Because what I want to do with this is I
Mhm,
want to
mhm.
try to, put this into practical, put this into a piece of music. Because
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can set up the exercise and, get it to go in a particular way. But then we want to take that over to singing a piece of music. So I probably should have pre-warned you. I probably should have had you, told you before that maybe we could do this. But it just came to me now. So fine.
Mhm. Okay. That's my love. Okay. Should I sing a cappella
Yeah,
or?
sing a cappella if you can. And we're not going to do the whole thing, just a few lines.
Okay, okay. Alas, alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously.
Okay, good enough. That's good enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, fine. I just wanted to see what key you were doing it in. All right.
Okay.
Now that you did it once, do it again in that key. Same thing, just that one line. That's all you have to do. Just sing it again. Now that you sang it for the first time, just sing it again, and then we're going to play around with this.
Alas, excuse me,
That's it. That's exactly it. That was
I
perfect.
was afraid. Alas, alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously.
Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the key. That was fine, didn't seem constricted or anything, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's fine,
No, it
it's
was pretty
fine.
good. But I'm still going to change the key. I want to see what happens.
Mhm.
Let me see. Let me do this. I'm going to do it in that key.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit lower,
Love.
right there, and just sing it again and see what happens.
Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously.
Okay, now, even though that's lower, uh, even though it's lower, and that lower definitely takes less energy than the higher one, give it a little bit more energy. You know what?
Yeah.
No, don't even give it more energy. Just move. Okay?
Mhm, mhm.
So just move, just sing the same thing and move. Just do that.
Okay. Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off disguisedly.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, every time you sang it, you took a breath in a different place.
Yeah, yeah,
So you're not timing where your air should be. And it's just a
yeah.
question of timing it. So there,
Yeah, it's because I I really nervous because we do this on camera and I afraid of something and I do the wrong things because I so nervous.
of course, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons, I'm glad you said that, because that's one of the reasons why we all run out of breath. Because we get nervous. Because even if you're doing it on camera like this, or if you're doing it singing for a friend, or singing with friends, or singing in the chorus, there's other people around, we get nervous. The minute you get nervous, then your air is going to go. So, but that's okay. That's why this is all a learning process. Everything that happens, then from what happens, we take the next step and we fix it. So, I'm going to stay in this lower key, and
Mhm,
there's several ways that you could sing the whole phrase. You could sing it all in one breath, and
mhm,
that's asking a lot. Or let me see. Da dee da 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 dee da da da. I would take the breath there. Alas, my love, you do me wrong. Take your time with the breath.
uh-huh,
To cast me out discourteously. So
mhm.
that's a good place to take a breath. So you're going
Okay.
to do it again and take the breath at that place, okay?
Mhm, mhm. Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously.
Yes. Now that was a little bit more organic, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. In musical, maybe musically it was not perfect, but
No, no, it was
with
fine.
voice it was better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was fine. It was fine. Now, the only thing you need to do is I'm going to add, I wanted you to do that first. I'm going to add the movement because
Yeah.
the only thing that was lacking was a little bit of tight in the body. I could hear it in
Mhm.
the sound. And that's the
Yeah.
only thing. Everything else is great. Don't worry about what you're doing from the neck up. That's perfect. You just move your body and breathe in the same place.
Okay. Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously.
Yeah, and that felt better, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It
Yeah.
feels better,
Now,
much better.
yeah. So can you sing it again and
Yep.
just be aware without moving, but be aware of your body that
Okay.
you're not pushing the air with your body. You don't have to be that
Mhm,
loud. You definitely need energy. You don't want to under energize, but the energy is not a push with the body. So
mhm, mhm.
can you do it without the movement, but think the
Yeah, of
movement?
course. Of course, I'll try to. Blah,
That's all right.
Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously.
Yes, 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 yes. Now, because I'm making you think of a lot of things here. When you do it again, I love the volume. That was great. There was very little push. When you go higher with it, so, alas, my love you do, when that goes up,
Mhm,
a little bit more energy,
mhm,
but then when you go down, less energy.
mhm, mhm,
Do me wrong, less
mhm,
to cast. That's up a little bit, just a little bit more energy.
mhm,
Meow, discard. A little bit up, a little more energy.
mhm.
Just leave. And then as it goes up and down, just a
Yeah,
little more
yeah,
energy up, a little less energy down.
yeah,
So see if you can think of it that way. Try it again.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Boy, I
And
always.
again, watch your first note
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
because what you're doing is you're kind of sneaking into the note instead of singing it. So really get that in your head. Ah, ah, you're down there.
Mhm.
Ah, make sure you got that first note in your head and then you go.
Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously.
Now that was the best one so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. And I
what?
find out that vibrato is have started in my high notes.
Yes.
That's magic.
Yes, 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 yes. Now, I'm glad we did this because the way we worked this particular phrase is what everybody needs to do in terms of practice. So when you practice, it's not just singing the phrase over and over and over and over again, and you just hope that miraculously it gets better. Every time we sang the phrase over, I gave you a little something different to think about. Do it a little bit like this, do it a little bit like that. Notice this, notice that. We started in one key, and then I said, you know what? That was okay. And eventually we might want to do it in that key, but then we wanted a lower key. So then we got a lower key. Then we worried about, not worried about, but that we thought about where do you take the breath? You took the breath here, you took the. So again, this is how you work a piece of music. You just kind of listen to these things and then you tweak it here and there. Now, that being said, I'm saying this especially for my listeners. That being said, it's way more difficult to do that on your own than when you have somebody like me saying, okay, try it like this, try it like that, breathe here, breathe there, move around, don't move around. It's easier with an outside ear. But the reason I'm explaining things as I go along is so that you understand the principle behind it. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, first I have to figure out where I'm going to breathe, and then I have to see, is my body tight? Then it's not tight, and then I breathe here, and then I try it like this, and then I try it, and then you know where you're going with it. But I am so very happy with that because that last phrase when you sang it sounded really good. And I'm hearing a huge improvement from when we first started.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm shy a little bit.
You know what? You're doing great. And my late husband Cornelius used to always say that he would give master classes, and uh, there would be a big audience, and he would have people on stage, and he would always tell the people who are on stage that he was giving the lesson to, you have a lot of courage to do this in front of all those people. He said, because it's, you're showing all the faults, you're showing what's wrong. But as he said, I want to hear what's wrong so I can fix it. If I hear
Yeah.
what's wrong, I can fix it. And you have to have a lot of courage to be able to do that. And you obviously are a person of tremendous courage, given your background and what's going on. And I just think it's wonderful that, you put yourself out there doing this. And of course, you're going to be nervous, but you're doing it anyway. That's a wonderful lesson again for people who are listening. Just try it, just go and do it. It doesn't matter, just do it and maybe fail. And then out of that, then you learn something, right? So you are an inspiration.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm always inspired after your lessons. That's magic.
Well, I thank you, but you are the inspiration. I thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Donna.
Okay, and I will see you next week then.
Yeah, yeah. See you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching Donna Reid Talks Voice. If you have any questions for me about this episode, or if you'd like to join me on a future episode, please visit donnareedtv.com and click Contact.